This is questions 9, 14, 31 and 34 from exercise 1.2 in Project Maths 2. We have to factorise each of the following. So we'll start to question 9 here. Now, in this we can see that there is no common factor between all four of the terms in our expression. But when you look at them in pairs, you can see that there's a common factor between the first two and between the second two. So this is going to be a factorising by grouping. So we'll take them in pairs. So from our first two, our highest common factor is going to be x. So we're going to put down x and then we're going to open a bracket. And inside our bracket we're going to get what we divide x squared and minus 3x by x. So x squared divided by x is x, and minus 3x divided by x is minus 3. And we close our bracket. Now we look to our second pairings, x, y and minus 3y, and we can see that they have a highest common factor, and that is y. So we put down our highest common factor for that. We open up our brackets. And now we divide xy by y and we get x. And we divide minus 3y by y and we get minus 3. So now we have two terms in the sum. We've got x times x minus 3 and y times x minus 3. And we can actually see that the common factor between these two terms is x minus 3. So we're going to write that down on its own. So we go x minus 3. And now what we do is we're going to divide each of these two terms from above by x minus 3. So x times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3 is just equal to x. And y times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3 is just equal to y. In other words, when we get to a point where we've got something multiplied by a bracket plus something multiplied by the same bracket, we put the bracket out on its own and create a bracket beside it for the two terms that were outside above it. So our x3's both went here to the left, and our x and our plus y went here to the right. So let's see that same method applied in question 14. So again we're going to do these in pairs. So from the first pair we're going to take a factor of x, and then inside our bracket we're going to have x minus 3y. And from our second pairs we're going to take 2a. And then inside our brackets we're going to have x minus 3y. And now you can see that x minus 3y is the same for both. So we write that down by itself, x minus 3y. And then we open a bracket and put what was outside the brackets above into that. So x plus 2a, like that. Let's see that done again in question 31. So in question 31 we're starting off with pairs of x squared minus 2x and minus xy plus 2y. So take our common factor from the first two, and we take x times, and then inside we're going to have x minus 2. And now our common factor from the next one, they have a common factor of plus y. And when we do that, we're going to get minus xy divided by y is going to be minus x, and 2y divided by y is going to be plus 2. Now you notice in this one, we've run into a small bit of a problem. And our small problem in this one is that whilst we have the same numbers, x and 2, inside both of our brackets, the signs don't match up. So what instead we have to do for this one is the way we factorized our first pair was fine. X times x minus 2. But another common factor we can take from the second pairing instead of plus y is minus y. And when we do that, we'll see what happens now. So minus xy divided by minus y is going to be x, and plus 2y divided by minus y is going to be minus 2. Now you can see that we've got the same terms inside of both brackets. So what happens here is if we changed our y outside, change the sign on our y outside to a minus, we can then change the signs on both of the terms inside. And when we did that, we got our brackets to match. So this time we've got x minus 2 times x minus y, like that. Let's take a look and see if we can apply that same reasoning over here. So for 34. So from the first pair, our highest common factor is going to be 5. And then inside our bracket, we're going to have a minus b. And from the second term, our highest common factor could be 2x. So let's try with plus 2x to start with. And then inside our bracket, we're going to end up with minus b plus we're going to end up with minus b plus a, which is actually exactly what we're looking for, because if we rearrange them slightly, we get 5 times a minus b plus 2x times a minus b, because minus b plus a is the same as a minus b. So now we have a minus b times 5 plus 2x, and that is that.